Okay.
Welcome to the Friday edition of the Goalpost. I'm your host, Oluwamayowa. I'm not alone. I have, I have Collins joining me. The last time we were here, Collins was hopeful that Arsenal will probably bottle the league. However, on Tuesday, it seems Guardiola is tired of winning the EPL and he wants his subordinate to win one. And they decided to draw, and Arsenal is the league champion. Collins, how are you doing this morning? Yeah, Solomon is here now. Solomon, how are you doing?
Why is Mr. Solomon wearing Arsenal jersey?
Solomon, how are you doing this morning?
I'm. Let me calm down. This is just a case of he who laughs last laughs best. It's simple. I'm good. I'm over the moon. So, you can tell, right? You can tell. I'm excited. I've been so overwhelmed with emotion. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry for coming late. Champions. You just have to.
Yeah, I know.
Do things.
I know. Champions take their time, and you have deserved it.
I like it.
Okay, I mean, since we are starting with that, let's start with that. I mean, that's one of the major talking points. Since Arsenal won, we've not been able to chat. Now, today is Friday. We are able to chat about it. I'll start with you, Solomon. I mean, it's been 22 long years, 22 years of waiting, 22 years of mockery, 22 years of a lot of shots. 22 years of rebuilding. Arsene Wenger left about 6 years ago, and in those 6 years, he's been building from one stage to the other, and 3 back-to-back second place finishes. This season, it was looking like Arteta will bottle it again, and finally it happened. What do you make of that, and what were you feeling when it happened as an Arsenal fan?
So I really think that if you look back at Mikel Arteta's first interview, he had an identity, he had a vision for the team, right? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so if you look back at Mikel Arteta's first interview with Arsenal, right? He had an identity, he had a vision for the team. In fact, he mentioned that whilst he was still at Man City, the last match that Arsenal played with Man City in 2019, that was before the COVID era, he mentioned that he knew that he needed to change the culture at the team first because people were not coming to the stadium. The negativity around the team was a whole lot. He knew very well that so much work to do. And there was this all or nothing video, a documentary that Arsenal put out, and it was in that season where he was facing a lot of backlash, but Shunke stood with him and said, "We are going to continue with you," and that created all of the phrase that says "trust the process," and thankfully we were able to trust the process. Now, I genuinely think that bar trophies. Now, please, let's listen. Bar trophies, bar trophies. Arsenal have been the best side, genuinely, maybe not just in England, for the past 3 seasons. We have amassed the most points in all those 3 seasons. We've conceded the lesser goals. We've played probably the most beautiful of footballs, but we were just not able to get the finished to the promised land, right? And this season, I was able to be confident in the fact that we will win the Premier League because of what we had done in the first half and even in January and February. right? It was easy for me to be confident because we had put in all of that work. People would say, oh, by January they would fall off, but by January we were still right there. By February we were still right there. And one day I sat down and I did a proper analysis of Arsenal and Man City, and I looked at what Arsenal side, the teams that will be facing, and the teams that Man City will be facing, and I realized that Man City had teams that were fighting for something. This is not the season where teams were not fighting for anything and they'll let you waltz over them. This was not that season. This was the season where teams were fighting either for a place in Europe or they were battling relegation. And we saw it happen with Everton, with Bournemouth. I mean, you saw what Iraola has done with Bournemouth and how well they were able to, qualify for Europe after such a stellar season. How did I feel as an Arsenal fan? So on Tuesday, right, I wore a full, Arsenal jersey and shorts. I went to the viewing center and I sat down to watch Burnley Man City. I thought I was going to watch the second half. But I said no. I was jittery. I could not sit still. So there was no way I could sit at home. I said, nah, I need to go watch this match. I need to be there from the very beginning. Right? So I was there from the very beginning. And I was shouting. I was literally playing with Bournemouth. Literally, I was playing along with Bournemouth. And when El Kupi's goal came on, when it came in, such a huge sigh of relief. Funnily enough, Bournemouth should have won that game nothing less than 2-0, 3-0. Nothing less than that, because they had more chances. They had clear-cut chances that they should have taken. Even in the 90th minute, they still had 2 more chances to go, that they would have, sealed the game. But Erling Haaland scored, and that was where everything began to change. Everything began to change. And I literally saw my life flash before my eyes. No, it cannot happen again. This cannot happen again. But you see, thankfully they were able to hold on to that 1-1 draw and we clinched the title. Let me tell you something. I was walking home from the viewing center and I was limping. I could not walk. From the viewing center down to my house, I could not walk. I was limping on the road. People were looking at me and they knew that something was going on. I just could not sit still. Even my mom, I have literally indoctrinated my family members to be Arsenal fans. Even my mom was shouting along with me. I was dancing along with me. If it is any consolation to my brothers here, my father is a Chelsea fan. He's still very, very, he's still with Chelsea, so he has not yet. So it was just I did not have words, to be honest, because I tried writing in my notes. I tried expressing and explaining how I felt. I just could not do it. I could not do it. I still cannot do it. It feels so surreal. I have been on my phone for 8 hours, just scrolling and liking everything on Twitter. I have liked, I have reposted, I've reposted. So yeah, it's sweet, oh. It's sweet. It's too sweet. I can't explain the feeling. I can't put it to words. I can't exactly quantify it. So, I mean, I don't want to take too much. If you leave me, I'll talk for now till 11 o'clock. I can't explain. But it's beautiful to see that the dream has finally become a reality, right? And I'm also thankful because, as I said, I did a proper analysis of both teams. I saw what both teams had to face, what they were, going up against, and I knew that the chances were not tilted towards Man City more than it was to Arsenal. It was not at all. It was not. Were there times when you felt shaky, especially in April? Obviously. But I just think that Arsenal had done the bulk of the work that was needed in the first half of the season and also in January and February. I mean, up until March ending and April, we had lost just only 3 matches in over 40 games,
True.
right? We had
True.
just lost only 3 matches, and that statistics is not normal for it's not normal. Three games, losing 3 games in just over 40 games. I think it was only Man City and Liverpool that has been able to do that. So yeah, we are
Um,
champions, and I
I'll
bring the
go.
trophy to the table.
I'll go to Temiloluwa. Temiloluwa, I know this might not be the outcome you were looking for, but I mean, if you are being honest, Solomon was one of the few people that said on this show that he believed that Arsenal was going to win the league. And he said this almost 5 months ago. And even when it was dicey, even when it felt like, they've thrown it away again to Man City, he still stuck to his gun. As a Chelsea fan, how are you feeling, Temiloluwa?
The best team in the league won. So let's put it in that context. And I think we've all agreed that the best team in the league won. So, like I said some weeks ago, um, we are all concerned about who Arsenal are facing and not
Hmm.
regarding who Manchester City are facing. I said this a week ago. So when you are paying much attention to who Arsenal are facing and you don't know who Manchester City are facing, that's the whole issue. So I'm happy for them. At least after 22 years, they can breathe easy now. At least they can join the elite in saying they've won the league most recently. So I'm considering the fact that they've not even won a trophy in the last, I think, 4 to 5 years. Winning this one is very, very massive. It's big, and it just tells us that okay, anybody can win the league. You understand? If Arsenal can do it, then anybody can do it. It's been a while since Chelsea last won the league. I think that was 2017. You understand? So since Ateta can do it, anybody can do it. That's going to be the impression now for next season. That okay, let's go hard to get it. Since Arsenal can do it, you understand? So it's just an open ground. And considering the fact that Guardiola has agreed to leave the league for us. You understand? So Guardiola leaving the league is also a sigh of relief to other teams that okay, you know what? I think well and truly now the league is open to anybody. If Guardiola was still in the league, he would have this fear that he would want to come back. You understand? But since he's no longer in the league, it's now an open league. You understand? And it's going to be very. I'm anticipating next season, but nobody knows what is in stock. You understand? Yes, Arsenal want to go to retain the trophy, but retaining the EPL is an easy target. It's not something easy. But then, kudos to Arsenal. Done fantastically well all through the season. Fantastic, fantastic footballers. You understand? I think they just needed some Nigerian boys. You understand, to help them push through. That's why they got in Eze and Madueke. You understand, to help them push through. You understand? So kudos to our Nigerian boys as well, because we can say they are the lucky champs. When they came on board was when Arsenal won the league. So kudos to everyone at Arsenal, the staff, Ateta to be precise. He has done fantastic, wonderful job, and you should enjoy it. But I'm just very surprised that everywhere is quiet. Arsenal won the Premier League, and then there's no noise anywhere. There's no cheers. You understand? So imagine a context if it's true. I'm just being honest. Everywhere is quiet, unusually quiet. It's only on social media that you
We
see
are
a
a,
lot of noise. Physically, you don't
we are
see
a
a lot of
classic
noise. So
club.
imagine a context whereby a team like Manchester United wins the league. On the street, you will hear it, and you will
Huh.
continue to hear it. Imagine a
Huh.
context where Chelsea wins the league. On the street, you
I
hear
have
it.
a, I
Even
have a,
inside
I have
public
a rebuttal to
transportation,
this.
you
So
see the stickers.
Huh.
You understand? But then, it's been a very long
I
time,
have
and
a rebuttal
Arsenal
to
fans
this.
have been quiet. You understand? And I'm happy for them. That's just it. In general, I'm happy for them. There's nothing we can do. They've won it already. So I'm happy for them. They should enjoy.
Let, 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 let,
Quick
let,
one,
let- okay.
quick one, quick one. I do not agree that we've been quiet. Maybe not as expected, but we are a classic club. We don't do things anyhow. Now let me
Uh-huh.
tell you, on Wednesday, I went out, I wore a shirt, and I had on the Arsenal jersey on the shirt. You should see the way people were congratulating me on the streets. And this is not just an individual experience. This is something that happened with every Arsenal fan that did the same thing on the road on Wednesday. I kid you not. people that wore Arsenal jerseys on that day, we were literally high-fiving and, chopping knuckle and greeting each other as though we had known each other from Adam. These were complete strangers, and we were celebrating as though we had known each other for years before Wednesday. So to say that we are not celebrating, no. Maybe not as loud as you have expected, but we still have a final. Calm down now. Why you have a final to go? Relax. I'm just bringing out the bed from the bucket. Calm down.
Okay, let me go to Collins. Collins, I know you've been very quiet. I know this is not the outcome you want. I know we've spoke behind the scene, and one of the things you said was, if Arsenal ever wins the league, nobody else will have rest. And we've seen people say, maybe Saka is even better. Maybe Saka is even better than Messi and the rest of that. Collins, Solomon said it almost 5 months ago, or about 4 months plus now. I think sometimes in February, he said he believes Arsenal will win the league. And it has come to pass now. What do you have to say? So, what do you have to say, Collins?
There's nothing much to say, there's nothing much to say except congratulations. Congratulations to Arsenal for winning the league with possibly 85 points. The second lowest in the last 10 seasons. You understand? Disappointing run. In as much as what I want to say, Arteta did was impressive. He battled the mental aspect of the game, and that's what won them the league. Besides that, the whole run was disappointing because they bought the 9 points lead at some point, and Manchester City fixtures had to just build them out. You get so. Anyway, these are no excuses. These are just stating the obvious. Congratulations to Arsenal. You understand? Congratulations to Arsenal. And honestly, we have to give Mikel Arteta credit. You understand? We have to give him credit. Back to back second place, only for him to. It's know that it's a long time coming, but I didn't expect it to be this season where he finally win the league. And the thing is that when it's just your time, everything will just align in your favor. When it's your time, it's your time. You understand? We see how bad we favoring them because it's their time. You understand? Everything, pitch, ball, players, everything will work in their favor. You understand? So when this is a life lesson to everybody viewing this. You understand? When it's your time, it's your time. Don't give up. Your time will come. You understand? Look at Solomon rejoicing. Look at Solomon being happy. Look at Solomon telling me he's jumping like he's jumping like a frog. Do you notice that when Solomon was talking, Solomon did not say he walked home from the viewing center. He said he limped. That means he was jumping.
That's true.
A frog cannot walk. A frog jumps. So that's what he was doing from the viewing center to his home. Happiness. This is just for the Premier League. He has won before. They have 14 league titles. You understand? He has won the Premier League before, and he's happy like this. Okay, let's say maybe he has not seen his team win the Premier League before, but at least they won the. Imagine them winning the Champions League they've not won before in their life. What's he going to do? He's going to fly. He's going to fly from the views of his house. So you can see these things that this was the way. We felt this way in 2021. We felt this way in 2021 when we won our second Champions League title. It's not bad. That was 5 years ago. Last year we won Club World Cup that has golden Club World Cup, FIFA Club World Cup that cannot be seen anywhere. You understand? We won it just last year, and I know the feeling. So you can say that it's good to win. It's very sweet to win, like Solomon has said. You understand? It's good to be a champion, and I'm happy for him. You understand? I'm happy for him. See, you can see the brightness on in his face and everything. You understand? I just hope this is consistent. You understand? I hope this is the start of a dynasty. You understand? I hope this is not just the one-time thing where you just win the league this season and the next season you end up finishing 7th or 6th. You understand? Congrats to them. When is your time? Is your time. No banter, nothing. Yeah, I want to congratulate the whole team, Arteta, to the players and everybody. But I really don't like the fact that Arsenal players are taking it to social media to mock people, to mock fans, and to mock certain people. But let's just see how it goes, because when the energy is being returned, let nobody cry mental health. Arsenal players' mental health. You understand? Let's just if you want to keep this style of banter, it's good, it's fine. Do you understand? But when it's being returned, because trust me, it's going to be returned. Do you understand? Especially if they lose the um UCL final to PSG. I don't want to hear anybody talk about players' mental health.
Which
Thank
mental
you.
health care about when you were bantering Arsenal? See, yeah,
No, 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 no,
that's
no.
the problem. Again,
That's
the standard change. Did we start the banter? No. Somebody literally went to a Man City Chelsea game,
Yeah,
drank
well, that's
water
true.
from an
And
Arsenal
was drinking
bottle,
bottle. Yes, true.
and you think you are the problem.
what
I
happened to
honestly don't think
No, no,
professionalism.
you
but Solomon,
That's not a
but
player.
Solomon,
That's a
you
fan.
have to blame the
That's a fan.
production
So
team.
it's
You
not
have to
right
blame the
for the
production
players
team.
to be bantering the fans.
You blame the
That
production team.
particular
Okay,
Production
but
showed
that
it.
particular guy, he was edited. He was edited. He was turned into a meme. He was turned into a meme.
okay,
Eberechi
but
Eze
it is right for
posted
the
the
fans
picture
to use it.
of a fan. That's
But
not
it's right
normal.
for the fans.
No matter
But it's
how
right
the
for the
banter
fans.
wants to be deep,
But it is right for the fans to do
players
that.
cannot banter fans. That's the point
Why?
here. Player cannot banter. It's not. You cannot banter fans directly. You
But that's
understand?
true.
Okay,
That's
You
I'll
have
where
to
give you a
correct.
example
professionalism should
now.
come
Wait.
into place.
Erling Haaland tapped Mikel Arteta at the back, told him to stay humble.
Yes, true.
That's a
Mikel
player.
He did that.
Arteta is a professional.
Wait,
Mikel Arteta
wait,
is Arsenal's
wait,
coach. Mikel
wait,
Arteta is not a fan.
wait. That's a player to a manager. Can you imagine the disrespect?
But that's
Can you
true. That was
imagine the
disrespectful.
disrespect?
That was disrespectful.
Can you imagine the disrespect? Arsenal players have endured banter for years and years to no end. We have not even done anything, and you are complaining. We are not even the ones that started it. If you can do it, then you should be able to take it. That's the rule. We've
Well,
taken
that's
it
true.
for years.
That's true.
We've taken it for years, and I genuinely don't think that anybody should complain at this point in time. You do not have the right to complain about anything. You don't. If they can do it, they should be able to. It won't fly at all. There's no reason why fans can do that, and then you say that this player should not be able to do that. They are humans as well.
Hold on,
No,
hold on,
please, it's
Solomon.
just banter.
Hold on, Solomon. Let me go to Temiloluwa. Temiloluwa, do you think it's right for the players? Yes, they've won, and a lot of people doubted them. I myself even doubted them. Complete honesty here. I told somebody on another platform, I was on a show, and I said if Arsenal won the league, I was going to donate some money to charity, and they've been disturbing me to come and redeem my pledge, and I have to do that because I said it. But Temiloluwa, do you think?
Go and pay.
I will. Do you think it's right
Send
for the
money to my
players
account. I am a champion.
to be going after the fans, Temiloluwa?
Okay, okay. So the thing there now is one reason why I will not really floor the Arsenal because you know how it feels to be a champion. You don't know how it feels to win. You understand? That's just the thing. Then if you observe those that have won trophies at Arsenal, they didn't do all those banter stuff. It is those that have not won a trophy before, that have not placed their hands on trophy before that are doing that. Or maybe they've just won maybe just one or two that are behaving that way. You understand?
That's not.
I don't think I saw a banter from
Exactly.
Odegaard.
Exactly.
You understand? And I don't think I saw a banter from
That's
Kai Havertz or Victor Gyökeres. So the thing now is the players should be cautioned.
Odegaard banter.
The players should be cautioned.
Odegaard
The
banter.
players
Saka banter.
wait now.
So Solomon, hold on.
Wait now.
Hold on. Let Temiloluwa please go ahead.
Wait now. The players the players should be cautioned. I'm not saying they should not celebrate too. You understand? But football is a very, very tricky game because next season, those players that bantered, they will be targeted.
Well, that's true.
That's just one bitter truth. They will be targeted. One bad match, and then the player would definitely hate himself. Just one bad match. So that's how crazy it can be. And then you now look at the mental resilience of these players. Is it strong enough? You understand? So I'm not saying they should not celebrate to celebrate too. You understand? But as a club, leave banter for the fans. It's fans that banter. The players don't need to get involved. You understand? At least we've seen clubs win trophies. I don't see any player getting involved. You understand? You don't need to get involved. The only player that has done that recently is Yamal. You understand? And we know that it's a small boy. He's behaving like a child, and he has stopped. You understand? Yes, Arsenal are their champions. You understand?
Yeah, Temlolo, are you there? Yeah, Temlolo, are you there? Oh, it seems Temlolo is a bit frozen. Solomon, you wanted to say something about what he was saying?
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's why I said
yeah.
they've been quiet.
Right.
If it was Chelsea that won this league, you understand, they can win now. And then next season, maybe they lose their first 3 matches. You know that the league will want to pounce on them. They wouldn't pounce on Arteta because Arteta has proven that he can win the league.
True.
Now they'll be selective of the players. So imagine maybe like a Lewis Kelly now has a poor game. You understand? They will go edge on for only Lewis Kelly. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So things like that. So the players should just be careful on how they banter and how they go about these things. Celebrate your trophies. You understand? Celebrate your win. Leave the banter to the fans. You understand? It's fans that run banter. You get me too.
Okay, yeah, Solomon wanted to say something about that. Please go ahead.
When Skelly had a great game against Man City and did the Haaland celebration, what did people say? When Man City played 2-2 after Arsenal had gone a man down for 47 minutes, right? Erling Haaland took the ball and hit it on Gabriel's head.
Well,
in
that's
that
true.
same match, went on to tell the Arteta to stay humble. Nobody came out to say anything. Why is it that when it comes to Arsenal, you are always changing the standard? What do you mean by the players should not celebrate? I genuinely don't understand it, and I
not
genuinely
getting
don't
the point.
understand
We are not.
You're not getting the point.
Hold on
You're
now.
not,
We are
that's
not. We are
player
not
to
changing.
player. That's player to
We are
manager. But this is
exactly.
player to fans.
Exactly.
This is player to fans. You're not getting the point.
I genuinely do not understand why you would tell the players not to celebrate after everything that they faced. That's not right.
Nobody's telling them not to celebrate.
Solomon,
Nobody's telling them
Solomon,
not to
honestly,
celebrate.
I'm happy for Arsenal.
Whatever
Congratulations.
that
Even
they do, you don't tell them what to say. You don't tell them how to do that. No. Because you did not measure the way the fans did these things before the players are returning back. But what do you mean by the ones that have won the trophies did not do anything? Saka has won the FA Cup and the Community Shield. If you say the Community Shield is not a trophy, Pep Guardiola just left Man City with 20 trophies. 3 of them are Community Shield trophies. If you say the Community Shield is not a trophy, Pep Guardiola has won 3 of them and they counted it as trophies. That's one. Crystal Palace, Eberechi Eze has won the FA Cup. Declan Rice has won the Europa League with West Ham. Gyökeres has won 3 league titles back to back to back. So what in heaven's name are we complaining about? I don't care what anybody wants to say. You cannot measure the level which these players celebrate. It's completely uncalled for. And I genuinely do not even understand why we have spinned this narrative on this show right now to caution or to measure how the players celebrate. For years and years and years, the players have been the ones suffering the brunt for how everyone has bantered them. And then they now win and are going about it in a manner that is supposed to be taken jokingly, that you guys have told us to take jokingly because it's banter. If it is banter, why do you have an issue with it? If it is a banter, why do you have an issue against it? Again, this is the same rhetoric and the same narrative that has run throughout the season. Why is it that when it comes to Arsenal, the narrative changes? Collins there immediately tried to, belittle the win of Arsenal, saying that point started in a decade. That's the way of deleting the league's the team's success. Solomon. Meanwhile, Liverpool have not won the league, even though they clinched 90 points. They did not win the league. And that's to tell you that this season, every team has come up with something greater than what you can ever think of. Everton held Man City to a 3-3 draw. Bournemouth, 1-1 draw. We can go on and on and on and on about how teams have actually stepped up this season. Why are we continually doing this when it comes to Arsenal? Why?
Okay.
Why are we changing the standards when it comes to Arsenal? I genuinely don't understand it.
Okay, so Solomon, so let me, and I'm not trying to defend what Collins has said. A win is a win, whether it's by 10 points, 1 point, 27 points. Bottom line, Arsenal won the league, and they are deserved champions. However, if you look at the stat actually in the last 10 years, the other team that has a lower point, the one of the lowest points, is Leicester City. Leicester City won the league with a total of 82 points, followed by the next one is an Arsenal winning with 85 points. I mean, if you look at the facts in the last 10 years, I think that's correct. However, I will not take anything away from what Arsenal has done, because I mean, Liverpool had like 6 points and they didn't win the league. Another season they had 90 points and they didn't win the league. Manchester United has had 85 points before and they didn't win the league. That does not take anything away from Arsenal. However, if I was looking at the stats, I think Collins is right. Solomon. Yeah, Solomon, are you there?
Again, do you not think that this is just because the level of teams have gone normal? Now, if you look back in the last decade, you realize that what we have is just a race between Man City and Liverpool. Which other team comes close? Which other team comes close? At some point this season, Liverpool were 5 points ahead. At some point this season, Chelsea were 4th.
Well, that's true.
Where are they right now in the league
That's
table?
true. That's true.
Where are they right now in the league table? Does it not tell you? Is it not a testament to how difficult winning the league is now? Is that not a testament to how difficult winning the league is? Arsenal were on top for over 200 days and we're just close to winning the league. What are you saying? What are we saying?
Let me go to Collins so we can wrap this
The
Arsenal
time
issue
that
up.
Leicester won the league, how many teams did they defeated them?
Solomon, you are breaking up. I don't know if you can hear me. You are breaking up, but I want to go to Collins so I can wrap this up. Collins, I mean, Solomon is very correct. Arsenal deserve the league. They fought very hard for it. However, he said something, and I want to put it to you. I want you to help us x-ray on it. He said, the way the league ended is a testament to how difficult the league is and the rest of that. Do you think, Arsenal won the league because other teams did not step up? I mean, you would expect a Man City not to lose points to an Everton and a Bournemouth. Do you think because those top teams did not step up the way they're supposed to step up? Chelsea did not even score a goal for a whole month. Tottenham did not even win any game until of recent in 2026. Don't you think that's one of the things that contributed, and not necessarily that the standard of the league has changed? Collins.
You see, two things can be right. I would liken this Arsenal winning season to Leicester season when they won the league, right? With 81 points. They won the league with 81 points. Liverpool, the closest team to Leicester that season were Arsenal. The rest were below par. The rest were below par. You understand? And Leicester had that run with Vardy, Mahrez, Wes Morgan, and and they won the league. N'Golo Kante playing in major part, right? I'm not taking anything from the qualities of these players, but I'm saying that because of the way other teams performed that season, Leicester were able to win the league. You understand? Arsenal now, they have done well. They've done really well. You understand? Because it's not easy at all. I'm not taking that away from them. That's why I said two things can be true at this point. You understand? Look at Manchester City. Are you telling me that Manchester City in 2016, 2017, under the likes of Sterling, Sani, Aguero, Gebreyesus, they will lose to Bournemouth. Where even if they are playing on the moon, Man City will win that game. They will lose to Everton. We've not seen Pep Guardiola lose a game in a title winning stretch. You understand? He and Liverpool are
he didn't lose. He actually drew.
Yeah. I mean, drop point. So not drop point. He and Liverpool have gone head to head. You know, when it comes to title pushes, and he always come out on top. It's just this season that he won't perform. Bear in mind that last season, this whole poor run of form started from last season too. Do you understand? Last season was really disastrous for Man City. They didn't win any trophy. Do you understand? But they won two domestic cup so far this season. So you can see that this season is slightly better. But the form is not there. Guardiola is no more Guardiola anymore. And Guardiola is not the only person in the picture right now. There's still Liverpool, there's still Chelsea, there's still Spurs and other Manchester United. Manchester United acquired Carrick of Leeds. That's compete. You understand? Me, they were Amorim from the beginning of the season, and we saw how that went. So it wasn't pretty. You understand? Chelsea, on the other hand, are terrible. Chelsea, I don't know what Chelsea are playing. Spurs, relegation. They are not relegated, but see where they are. You understand? Liverpool went from onslaught winning the league to what they are playing now. Chaos and everything in the club. You understand? So you can see that these teams are not they are not balanced right now. And Arsenal, mind you, Arsenal themselves are not even composed. They are not even that composed. But among a group of rubbish, there should be better rubbish. You understand? Arsenal are better rubbish.
No. Why? No. That's taking away from their good. No. That's taking away from what Arsenal did this season. That's taking away from what Arsenal did this season.
Mr. Solomon, apologies. I didn't mean it that way.
If I were Solomon, I would pick an offense.
Mr. Collins, you do know that you are talking to the current Premier League winners, right?
I will pick an offense too, because you cannot say the team is rubbish. They played their heart out and they deservedly won.
No. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I mean Arsenal are not that exceptional. We've seen the way Manchester City have won the league over the years. They have the biggest margin in history of the Premier League. Biggest margin, winning margin.
That's true.
I'm just saying that Arsenal, obviously, they are better than the way they've been for the past 3 seasons. You understand? But it's not exceptional. You understand? Their competitors are below par, except Manchester City, and Manchester City are not Manchester City anymore. You understand? So I'm like I said, 2 things can be true. You understand? I'm giving credit to Arsenal. I'm not taking anything from them at this point. It's their time. I say when is your time, it's your time. Everything will favor you. You understand? When is your time? I'm not taking anything from them. But their competitors were not impressive. So 2 things can be true at this point. Congratulations to Arsenal. Mr. Solomon, I'm not taking anything away from your team. You guys performed brilliantly this season. You guys performed awesome this season. You understand? I wish you don't win the Champions League, but I'm happy you won the Premier League. I'm really happy you won the Premier League. Congratulations to you, Feta. Congratulations to you. I'm happy for you.
Solomon. Solomon, on behalf of Collins, I want to apologize to you for saying your team is rubbish earlier. I don't think he meant it that way. Sorry, I don't think the team is rubbish. They actually played their heart out.
I didn't mean it that way.
And they deservedly won. But let's move to another thing. Pep Guardiola is leaving the EPL. Does that, take away quality from the EPL? That's number one. Number two, is Pep Guardiola one of the greatest managers the EPL have seen? No other coach has been able to win 4 trophies in a row, 4 EPL titles in a row. Guardiola came and he did it. Temiloluwa, do you think Guardiola should be regarded as the leader, as the best coach that the EPL has ever seen, even above the likes of Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger and the rest of them?
If I have to be honest with you, yes, we can actually agree to that. Understand? We can agree to that because he has not stayed as long as Sir Alex Ferguson has at United. You understand? So if he stays 10 more years, a little bit longer, don't you think he will achieve everything Ferguson has achieved? Yes, so he's a fantastic manager. He has done well. I think for the past 2 seasons now, he has been mentally drained. You understand? And he has, let me say, he has burnt out. You understand? He has been burnt out. Among all other managers, he's the only manager that has not taken a break since 2009 that he has broken onto the scene. So imagine being on the tactical bench from 2009 to this present time. There's no manager that has stayed that long. You understand? Consistently. The likes of Mourinho, they've had breaks. The likes of Antonio Conte has had breaks. The likes of Klopp had breaks. You understand? And the other players like that, other managers like that had breaks. But Guardiola has been consistent. And apart from the fact that he has been consistent, the fact that he keeps on bringing up different tactics, different setup, you understand? So all of this takes its toll on him. You understand? And you can actually see that he has done well in the new generation of managers in Vincent Kompany, Xabi Alonso. You understand? He has done well. You understand? So I think
Even
he's
Arteta.
just being drained. He's being tired. Yeah, including Arteta. It is even funny to know that Luis Enrique learned from Pep Guardiola. When Guardiola was manager of Barcelona, Luis was the Team B manager. So he has a lot. He has spread his tactical genius to a lot of managers. You understand? So you cannot really blame him. And I'd regard him as also the list is like it is endless. You understand? Because he has done fantastically well. You understand? So, but I can say he's one of the greatest managers in the Premier League after Sir Alex Ferguson because he didn't stay long enough. In 10 years, he has won 20 trophies. Not a lot of clubs can boast that, but a manager boasts that. So that alone tells you his pedigree. That alone tells you how good he has been. You understand? And I'm sure the Premier League really missed him because he has been the bedrock for tactical involvement in the Premier League. When there's tactical involvement in the Premier League, you trace it down to Guardiola. He started this whole passing. He started the whole passing from the back. He started from sweeper keeper. You understand? So he has evolved. So going into new season now, we are going blind. We don't know what to expect. You understand? Because most managers rely on what Guardiola has to bring. So now managers themselves have to step up to bring up something back into the Premier League. Prior to Guardiola coming to the Premier League, we know Premier League is just all about long ball and run, That was the strategy we knew Premier League for. But him coming inside, okay, you know what? Put the ball on the ground and play. The goalkeeper is even going to be involved. The goalkeeper has to start. You understand? So imagine all of those going away now. You understand? Then we are going back to long ball. Hopefully, we don't know. Maybe a manager can come in and then change the status quo or change the tactics. But one of the greatest in the Premier League history, I think after Ferguson, because he didn't stay long enough. I think Man City should even build him a statue. You understand? At the Etihad. Honestly, yeah, he deserves it actually. He deserves it. He deserves honorary recognition even from the Premier League. You understand? Winning 6 trophies, 6 Premier League titles in 10 years. It's not child's play. It's until when a team wants to replicate that one, that's when we realize that it is not easy. Even the great Sir Alex Ferguson won it 3 in a row, not 4. Guardiola came to win 4. You understand? Clubs have been in the Premier League. He came and he won treble. Do you know what it means to win treble, to win quadruple? So these are things that we look at as just normal, maybe because it is Guardiola, but then they are not normal and just cements his status as one of the greatest managers in football history and the second greatest in the Premier League.
Okay, that's fantastic. I'll go to Solomon. And Solomon, this is going to be a twofold question for you. So Guardiola is living with 20 trophies. Alex Ferguson spent 27 years in the EPL. He won 26 trophies in those years. 13 EPL titles. Guardiola spent 10. He's going with 20 trophies. That's number 2. Do you think Guardiola living now gives Arteta the opportunity to be able to dominate the EPL, since it seems Arteta is a product of Guardiola and they play similar football?
Okay. Yes, I get your question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear. We can hear you. Yeah.
So, the first question about Guardiola and Alex Ferguson. So Alex Ferguson's first 6 years is similar to Arteta's first 6 years in the EPL, right? I mean, there was no trophy to show for anything.
True.
Coming from, I think he came from Scotland. Yeah, I think he came
Yes, Scotland.
from Scotland. Into the EPL, and eventually legacy as one of the greatest, if not the greatest. However, I genuinely think that we, to a large extent, most of the things that Timmy has said, but looking at the years that Guardiola has spent and the years that Ferguson spent in the EPL, if Guardiola spent the same number of years, I genuinely think he will surmount every other thing that Sir Alex Ferguson has done. And to be honest, right now I'm struggling to see what Sir Alex Ferguson did in the EPL that Pep Guardiola has not done. I don't see. If you are talking about the treble, he has won the treble. If you are talking about winning it back to back to back, he won it 4 times, right? And 20 trophies in a decade, that's no child's play. That's no child's play. Now, does it give Mikel Arteta the ability to dominate? Temi said something when he was going to round up. He said, "We are going into next season blind. We do not know what to expect. I will tell you what to expect. Mikel Arteta will win the league again. It's simple."
Wow.
You know that this is
Confidence
2026.
speaking.
You will not me. Mikel Arteta will win the league again. It's simple. It's simple. And let me tell you something. You say, see, Mikel Arteta has brought in, the likes of Nicolas Jova, Gabriel Hines, Albert, people who have, all that understanding of the game in terms of the different aspects of the game. And we've seen Arsenal with the set pieces, we've seen Arsenal with the long throws and whatnot. And to say we don't know what to expect free-flowing, beautiful football next season. Because there's no pressure on us anymore. We have won the league. We have won the league, right? So next season, I genuinely think that, yes, Arteta will dominate. However, new coaches are coming in. Xabi Alonso, Iraola has left Bournemouth, Maresca is going to Man City, and these coaches will come new ideologies and new tactics and whatnot. But yes, because Arsenal has been able to break this siege now, I genuinely think that the next decade is for Arsenal. This is not because I'm an Arsenal fan. This is the precedent that has happened over the years. This is based on the precedent of the results over the years. If this Arsenal team has not relented in 4 years, and their biggest rival in Pep Guardiola has left, I genuinely do not see any reason why they will relent now. They have not just won the league, but then Pep Guardiola is no longer available. I mean, we expect that Mikel Arteta will strengthen the flanks, right? Especially the left wing side, bring on, midfielder that would obviously, play along with Declan Rice. And as I said, there's absolutely no reason why this Arsenal team will not dominate at least for the next decade. And as I said, this is what, 22nd of May. Quote me, 22nd of May 2026. Until then and beyond. So, yes, that's it. I genuinely think that Pep Guardiola obviously is one of manager you come up the EPL. As Temi has said, he has not rested since 2009. Barca, Bayern, Man City, it's not easy, right? Guess who sent him packing? Mikel Arteta. He just has to leave.
Well, I hope by this time next year we'll come back to this quote and say that Solomon said it, that Arsenal will win the league again, and probably they will win the league again. Collins, I mean, Xabi Alonso is coming in. Guardiola is leaving. I would have loved to see a Xabi Alonso go head to head with a Guardiola. I would like to see Guardiola's team, but we can't control what he wants to do. Guardiola is leaving. Xabi Alonso is coming in. Arteta, who is a disciple of